Hello, science students. I just wanted to review our pear deck from yesterday on Earth's rotations, patterns in space. You were unable to type on this slide. Mrs. Cullen is learning how to use pear decks, so thanks for your understanding. Hopefully you had a good discussion in your squads. Basically, you should be writing down that we get day and night because the Earth axis is on its axis and it rotates one time in a 24-hour period. So 12 hours of the day, roughly speaking, depending on the seasons of the year, we're looking at daylight, and then 12 hours, we're looking at night. Now that changes as the seasons change, but that's basically why we get our night and day is the rotation or the spinning of the Earth. And that takes 24 hours. So you could have used any of these words as long as you can tell somebody next to you how the Earth's rotation causes day and night. Then you have accomplished what I wanted you to do for this week. So at this time, turn to somebody nearby you and say why the Earth's rotation causes night and day. And then I'll meet you on the next slide. Okay, welcome back. This was another one of those slides that didn't work. So Mrs. Cullen has figured it out, and pear decks will keep getting better and better. So let me go through what should have been in the blanks. The Earth orbits the sun or revolves around the sun one time over the course of 1 year. It takes 365 days for the Earth to orbit the sun. So it takes an entire year, 365 days, 0.2, to get all the way in 1 year around the sun. The Earth spins on its axis one time in a 24-hour period. And again, remember, we just talked about this. That creates day and night. Okay, on this slide, you should have marked why are the stars visible in the night sky and change throughout the year? Because the Earth orbits the sun and the night side face of the Earth faces different portions of the galaxy. So as it's slowly revolving around the sun in a year, we're seeing sections of that night sky. And we get to see a different section at different times. So we see different constellations. Okay. Then, how many times does the Earth rotate on its axis in a year? It rotates 365 times. Okay, and that's again around the sun. Okay, it's, I guess, revolving around the sun would be a better way to put it. And finally, how are the time zones related to the Earth's rotation? As Earth rotates, different parts of the Earth receive sunlight or darkness, giving us day and night. As your location on Earth rotates into the sunlight, you see the sun rising. Since different parts of the Earth enter and exit daylight at different times, depending on their position, we need different time zones. Okay? So they decided long ago it would be silly for us all to be at 12 o'clock noon when some people are in total darkness and other people are in light. So they created the time zones so that when you see sunrise, it makes sense as far as the time goes. All right, I hope you learned some interesting information about Earth's rotation and revolving around the sun. So meet me on the next slide and we're going to talk about vocabulary.